7 signs of a narcissist. Narcissists are pathological liars, and they lie so much most of them believe their own lies, which makes them all the more convincing in what they have to say. They bring out the worst in those around them. They use people by exploiting them by any means possible, often then upping and leaving people when they hit rock bottom. Knowledge becomes our power, so here are some of the most common things narcissistic people do so that you no longer get sucked into their games and begin to live a much happier life. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers. If you are new to the channel, this channel is all about the narcissistic personality disorder to give you more understanding of the people you might have been dealing with in your life, how to handle those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to try to find what works for you to recover from narcissistic abuse. I'm Elizabeth Shaw, and if you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. So most people are born very self-centred. The requirement of getting their own needs met, as newborns cannot care for themselves. Young children like to test the boundaries in order to learn what's right from wrong, what's acceptable and what isn't. They can turn from cute and lovable to massive temper tantrums when they don't get their own way. Some children will show empathy for others, yet if they really want something, they will take it. When a child takes a toy from another, it's an acceptable part of growing up. We teach them the art of sharing. However, when they're older, if they grow up and take someone's car or home, this is wrong. They do need to learn as they grow to think of others' feelings, to share the art of give and take, and to respect boundaries, values, and the beliefs of others. A narcissist never seems to learn these things and becomes stuck in the ultimately selfish, self-centered pattern of it's all about me. They don't learn the skills of empathy and believe they are above all others and entitled to do as they please. They are selfish grown adults who only care about getting their own way and their own wants and their own needs met. You are not required to support them, help them, or be there for them. They no longer have a nappy to change, and even if they did, they'd expect you to change it for them. Narcissists do not change, only ever to suit a need of their own. They don't change to be respectful of another person, or they never change to be responsible for their own behaviour. So number 1, the lack of empathy or a low level of understanding. Most narcissistic people use cognitive empathy to meet a need of their own. Empathy is needed as our human need for uncertainty. Variety means we are all unique with different opinions, perspectives and interpretations of our beliefs. So we can have the same values, but we can have different interpretations of those values or the way we go around things. Understanding is necessary. So when people do differ on opinions, we can step into each other's shoes and see it from another's viewpoint. We can also feel how someone might harm or hurt our feelings, so we wouldn't do it to another. We all make mistakes, but our guilt would mean we wouldn't do it again. Narcissistic people often don't feel guilt, they feel shame, so they project onto others to avoid those feelings of shame. People with empathy can have boundaries and standards and also be strong-willed about their own beliefs, yet they will get other opinions and points of view and come to some form of compromise or agree to disagree, whereas a narcissist only sees their point of view and wants to win and wants everyone else to see their point of view. They don't care for what others think or feel, it's only ever about them. If you think differently to them, you are wrong in the narcissist's eyes. Living with a narcissist, you end up being constantly under stress, always feeling misunderstood and always told just how wrong you are. 2, they have a need for control. Most people like to have control within their life. It's called certainty. To have a purpose, we like to have some organisation within our lives. Narcissists use words like can't, have to, must, need to, got to, and many more. They take the need for certainty and turn it into a need for ultimate control that's all about them. They know how their life should go, and if it's not going that way, it's either up to you to work it out and make it that way for them, or it's your fault it didn't turn out how it was supposed to for them. And then they change their mind on what they want to completely confuse everyone. Most often they don't even know what they want, believing they want control and need they'll never fulfill long term. They follow the same pattern time and time again to keep control. They can be stubborn, awkward, persistent, nasty, use manipulation like provoking you, blame shifting, silent treatments, pity plays, anger and rage, so others fear them and conform to their demands. Then they often gaslight people into believing the narcissist's reality and not their own. 3, they believe they are above all others and are entitled to do what they want, when they want, with whoever they want, to fill their human need for significance. They think they are special, whereas people with empathy positively fill significance by helping others and feeling good for helping others. Serving others actually helps kind, genuine people feel good within themselves. Adding value to other people's lives helps people feel good in positive ways. Narcissists are extremely negative people, and this is because it's only ever about them, and they feel their needs negatively. They will tell you how amazing they are, what an excellent parent they are, or they will play the victim to get the attention and feel significant. They believe they are far superior to others. 4, they are incredibly manipulative and exploitive, which is often hard to see at first, as deep down most are insecure. They need to lie and exaggerate and send people into an almost trance state, so those around them believe they are who they say they are, believe they are decent people and look up to them, so that the narcissist can keep power and control over others. If you don't do exactly what they want you to do, if you don't do exactly what they want you to do for them, if you criticize them, most often without even meaning to or knowing that you have, they take it personally and they will make your life miserable. They'll punish people any way they can for not conforming to their demands. They gaslight, they triangulate, they pity play, they wear you down to put you in that trance. They wear you down at all costs to your mental, physical, financial health. In order to keep control over you, they use coercion and manipulation, so empathetic people give in to try and have a peaceful, happy life. 5, they are unable to take on board other people's thoughts or opinions, whereas an empathetic person is someone came and said to them, I need to talk to you about something that hurt my feelings. An empathetic person would listen, take on board opinions and advice. They might not adapt to it and keep their own, yet they'll listen and understand it from another person's point of view. Meeting people's needs for growth, willing to take information in and grow and learn from it, to become a better person, to become a happier person, to learn from errors, to learn from mistakes, to learn from those errors in judgment. A narcissist can never grow in that way, why they just hit the repeat buttons in the cycles of their behaviour. They are therefore unable to grow and change, so They change the person they are with to repeat the same stories they have throughout their lives, and then blaming the people they are with. They are not willing to understand someone else or to listen to another's opinions. Narcissistic people believe they are above all others. Therefore, they think you are beneath them and they don't need to listen to you. They will say you are in the wrong. They will twist it all around onto you. They will pass their faults into your subconscious mind, leaving you doubting yourself and eventually going to them for reality as they've slowly stripped you of your thoughts and feelings so you no longer know who you are. They can be extremely defensive, extremely harsh and extremely hurtful. The narcissist doesn't like to listen unless they believe they have something to gain by doing so. 6. They live in their own reality with no regard for others, and they often tell so many lies. Most believe their own lies and believe you are the one to blame for anything that's going wrong within their life. They have a way with manipulative words to gaslight you into losing your reality and taking on theirs. So you no longer believe that you are good enough. From the "if you hadn't, I wouldn't," the covert ways or the overt ways of "you're just stupid," repeated time and time again, so your subconscious slowly begins to believe it. And we end up talking to ourselves how the narcissist talks to us. Or you'll be having a normal conversation with them and they'll say, "That's not how it happened," even though you know it is how it happened. It is through all the gaslighting of you're losing your mind so that you doubt yourself and your reality. Also, when you have facts and evidence, as they believe you've gone against them, they'll say you're wrong, you're misunderstanding something, it wasn't them. They've been set up. They will fly into a rage or the silent treatment. They blame you for the rage. They blame you for the silent treatment. They wait for you to overanalyze the silent treatment, blame yourself, chase them and apologise to them, leaving you even more confused and drained. The more drained and confused you get, the easier it is for them to manipulate and coercive control you. 7. They believe you are there to serve them, as they are only ever with you to meet a need of their own. They don't understand give and take. They only give if there is something they can take. They invalidate your emotions, your thoughts, your perspectives, your feelings, your opinions. To them, it's doing things my way or I'll hit the highway and take you into a living nightmare in the process. 8. They play nice, again to meet a need of their own. They bring on the charm and the helpfulness, again so you doubt yourself and believe that it was all your fault for their behaviour because all of a sudden that charming person is back. When you are meeting all their needs and they play nice, as soon as there is any indifference, their true selves show again. That admiration face and that envious face is both of them. It's who they are as a whole person. When you say no, the tantrums come out and they manipulate any way they can to get you to conform to their demands. They will then provoke and push your buttons to get reactions from you, so you feel as though you're to blame and do all you can through guilt to make it up to them for their mistakes, for their behaviour, for their errors in judgment, for their hurtful, manipulative ways. They confirm this subconscious thought pattern within yourself by bringing out their nice side, those intermittent reinforcements when they play nice, making you believe it was you. You then turn into someone you don't want to be and slowly lose who you truly are. Remember, it did not start with you. It will not end with you. It is who they are as a person. It's a pattern of behaviour they do. They are not interested in seeing it for themselves. They are not interested in changing it for themselves. You cannot help anybody who's unwilling to look at their own mistakes. You can help yourself, by moving away from the situation and learning what you've been through and learning different methods to find the one that works for you to recover. It is not your fault. Abuse is abuse. There is no excuse. Narcissistic people are cruel, calculated and abusive. No one deserves that treatment from anyone. You can and you will recover from this. A narcissist will just hit the pattern of repeat. I shall add in the description the video for how to handle yourself around a narcissist if you cannot go no contact. I shall also add the video for no contact and the video to reprogram your mindset after narcissistic abuse. If you're still in the process of thinking that it was you or that it was somehow your fault, start thinking back to the person you were before you met the narcissist. Start thinking about how you are around other people. Start thinking about if someone you truly loved and cared for came and explained the situation you are in to you looking for advice. What would you tell that person that you genuinely love and care for? What would you tell that person if they were living in the same situation that you are living in right now? And listen to your own advice. Your instincts always know when it's time to go. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.